it's those OTT pressures. We start thinking about what's actually going to force that change. The carrier expectation is that they want to age out those investments, make sure they amortize them effectively, but yet we've got pressures today coming both from OTT services, and I make the case also from within data centers as enterprises get smarter about orchestration, about how they're spinning that up. Now, that's a space in which we look at our stats today. There are probably about 2/3 of enterprises that have gotten themselves well into virtualization, but really only a quarter that are really starting to do serious orchestration to be able to bridge that gap. Because I think, to Fedor's point, we do have this gap that still exists between what enterprises understand, what they know how to do, what carriers are doing to automate their underlying infrastructure, and there's that significant gap that has to be overcome to bind those two together. So it sounds like in certain kinds of services, you've got the ability to maybe open that up, maybe cost optimize within the service offerings, but there is that jump to go beyond that, and that seems like a relatively significant hurdle to bind facilities, customers with the carrier capabilities that can be offered. Is that a facility job to do it? I mean, you guys were doing it with Snap.
Exactly what you said. I think that's a good analogy about a hurdle. SDN isn't new. But I think, as to what Simon said, folks are saying it's coming, we're going to have to change. As Hunter was saying, they're going to say, hey, we need to milk all this CapEx that we can. But it's going to go to SDN. And folks are seeing that. It's called a paradigm. They're just resistant to change. So I see us at that. At this point right now, I think we're over the hurdle. Now Facebook came out with that OCP. It's collaboration. Everybody's going to collaborate how we can do it better. From the carriers to the vendors, and a lot of folks are going to be unhappy. For Cisco, for example, a $23 billion company is going to get competition out from Facebook. So now, as Simon was saying, they're not going to sit there and let that happen. They're going to get into the market as well. So I kind of see this as a race. We're over that hurdle, and I think the next 2 or 3 years, this whole software-defined network collaboration is just really going to, go exponential instead of flat, as it has been.